Which side do you want me on, Steve?
All right, how do you want to do this?
Okay. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about the part, why it's complicated? You can kind of show us where it's
All right, good morning, everybody. So at Michigan, during pre-race inspection, the initial inspection we go through, the second inspection area that we do engines and safety first, and then we go over to our chassis platform. And our NASCAR officials and the NASCAR Xfinity Series, they go underneath the cars from front to rear. And the discrepancy on the splitter is everybody runs the same piece in the garage area. It's a piece that they run at downforce racetracks, and then we also have a different splitter that they run at super speedways, so everybody runs the same part number. And the rule is very clear that no rounding of any edges. So if you look at this is the top half of the splitter, you can see how square the edges are, and then the bottom half of the splitter, you can obviously see that it's been rounded. And the rule is very clear that you cannot do that. And that is, let me get my notes out here for you. Sorry. Fingers are tied up this morning. So 14.4.3 splitter, except for super speedway events, splitter part number is in the rule book that everybody has to run. And then in the judgment of NASCAR officials, the splitter is worn excessively from 0.46 and specified that replacement splitter may be required. This is obviously a brand new splitter that the team had on the car, and rounding of any edges, the splitter will not be permitted. So the rounding of the bottom edge of the splitter, whether it's an advantage, we don't look at it that way. What we look at is everybody inspected the same way in the garage area, and our NASCAR officials done a great job of finding this. It's unfortunate that the team got caught up in it, but we assess a level 1 penalty, and those penalty options are 10 to 40 points, 1 to 10 playoff points, and $10,000 to $40,000. And also we could have suspended a crew member, which we felt the violation occurred, that the penalty we assessed was appropriate for this penalty that we put out. So we went pretty much middle of the road on all the penalty options that we had. So any questions?
No chance this could have been just running over concrete or anything like that?
Well, the teams are very much aware of what the rules are, and it's plain and clear, no rounding of any edges. You know, they know when their car comes out of their trailer. They advise us if they have a control in their transportation of the cars. We've seen that before. But when the rule is plainly clear, and in our eyes, it was definitely worked on.
Is this something that you see visually that your inspector sees, or is there a template, or is there something that you put on the splitter to...
So Bob, what they do is our officials are very trained in this. We always use pretty much the same people underneath the car, so they're looking at every car, and that's what the teams ask us to do, to check every race car as close as we can, like their car is. And when our guys, our gentlemen and ladies, we have also, whenever they see something, then they'll take another tool and put it up against it, which they did with the straight edge here, and it verified what they had saw with their naked eye.
Closing in on the playoffs, Wayne, and obviously we know NASCAR always takes these penalties seriously, but what is your message to teams now moving forward for the rest of the season?
Well, our message to the teams is, number one, that our NASCAR officials are doing a great job, so that they know that every race car is getting inspected the same way. That's what we really emphasize to our group. You know, Eric Peterson leads our inspection process, and he has gentlemen and ladies underneath the cars at all the time, every week, and we make sure that every car is checked to the best of our ability, the best way that we can. Just like we're here at Watkins Glen this weekend, you know. But was it an advantage? We have no idea, but we know that it did not meet the rule, and we took action.
Did the team give you any reasons why?
I don't think they'll ever do that to us, you know. So, you know, their job is to beat the people beside us. Our job is to show them that we're inspecting every race car that we can, as close as we can, that their race car is, and that's what they expect us to do as NASCAR officials.
Thanks, Wayne.